a video on pickling some carrots. So I fermented some carrot skins and fermented it into alcohol using the natural yeast off the skins, and then I turned the carrot alcohol into, well, first of all it turned into like a fizzy drink, and then it turned to alcohol, and then I left it with the lid off and it turned into a vinegar. And it's an interesting experiment, only really for my kind of purposes. But I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I've made this carrot vinegar. It was part of a bigger project, which I probably will get around to some time. I'll keep adding things to it. But then my sister was in San Francisco and she had a sourdough grilled cheese sandwich, and oh, hang on, and it came with a whole pickled carrot. So I was like, oh, I could pickle some carrots with some carrot vinegar. So what I really, well, it was whole carrots and they were kind of quite thin that my sister kind of had. I couldn't find any of those, and they had a little bit of the stalk on as well. I couldn't find any of those. I probably will be able to find some another time of the year. But I found these in the supermarket. They are Sainsbury's. Taste the difference. Sweet spear carrots. So I don't trust that bit of the carrots. So I'm going to whip those off. I bought two. We'll cut them down to size. I don't know how long we're going to take. I'm not going to. I suppose I'm not going to quarter them. If they were big carrots, I'd quarter them, but they're not. I think we'll just risk it for a biscuit. But the one my sister had was about like that. But I couldn't. Well, buying like 10 packets to get 20 of those wasn't really going to work. So rip off the. I want thinner, don't I? So, a little bit more off that. We'll taste them. See how they taste. Carrot. I'm not going to wash them. Rip off. Maybe they're going to go underneath that rim, don't they? So, but they don't get the idea of what I'm doing. Well, I really should use the thinner ones. Wipe the bottom off. A bit more off that one. Cutting off the thicker end, as I want them to be. Yeah, I could have done them in half, couldn't we? And use the smaller ones. Too late now. Too late now. Or is it? Yeah, it's too late. Probably should have bought more carrots as well. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Let's pretend like we know what we're doing. A bit more of that one. And then I boiled up some water. And I put a little bit of sugar in it. So I've got 400. I'm going to have to cut some of these in quarters to jam them in, aren't we? Should have cut them smaller. They would fit underneath that. No, they wouldn't have. No, they wouldn't have. But what we can do is not make a fool of ourselves while making a video. So let's get that off and get that off. That'll be fine. It'll just mean we'll end up using more vinegar than we actually want. But anyway, not to worry. So, in there we've got 400 milliliters of water, and then I put in 200 grams worth of sugar. No, 100 grams worth of sugar. So I don't know how much we're going to need, so we'll do equal quantities. So I don't want it too vinegary. I want it to be pickled, but not overly pickled, because like something like a pickled egg just tastes of vinegar. Whereas if I'm making something like that, I want to be able to taste the egg. So I normally do a half and half ratio of vinegar and water, and then a little bit of sugar. Ooh, that's quite enough. We need to put some spices in as well. What spices have we got? We've got some coriander, because obviously carrot and coriander work, don't they? Plenty of those. And then we've got some mustard seeds for a little bit of heat. I'm sure the mustard seeds. A few of those. All very measured out and things like that. And then we've got some chilies. I thought that'd be quite nice as well. So small, dinky. Those. And then we need a little bit more, don't we? That's a pain. So maybe 50 millilitres of each. We'll have to guess. We'll end up using all this vinegar up, but we can always top it up with a bit of white wine vinegar. I mean, I'd just use white wine vinegar if I didn't have this special carrot vinegar, in all honesty. Ooh, just top it up with that nice bit of vinegar so everything's submerged. There we go, like that. And then we'll just put a bit of, the vinegar's going to eat through any kind of lid that I put on it, so we'll just put a little bit of cling film over the top of it just to stop the vinegar from eating into the lid that I'm going to put on it. And then we're just going to leave it in the fridge at the back or at the bottom, out of the way, and just forget about it for a few months. Now, what lid I'm going to use? I'll use a lid that's already half knackered, so that's been stained with something, but it'd be fine for this purpose. No point wasting a perfectly good lid. So we'll see how those turn out. We're going to give it a bit of shake. Everything's mixy together, and we'll see what happens in a few months. Actually, what we'll do is we might as well use all these up and put them in those bits in a smaller jar. So we've got a little bit of this carrot vinegar left. Well, we can top up with a little bit more. So some rough bits in the bottom of that. So that's 100, take that up to 200. And then measuring out again, about that many. So those are just cut in quarters, so we'll see if that happens any quicker. More chilies than I should have put in, but not to worry. And then a few mustard seeds. Like that. There we go. So we'll see what happens with that one as well, since they're cut into quarters. Let's have a look at these pickled carrots. They've had two weeks, something like that, maybe 3. So they should be certainly pickled by now, or well on the way to being pickled. A bit cloudy is that. That's not just condensation. It seems a little bit cloudy, does that liquid. We'll see. We'll pull one of these out and see how these taste, because these have been cut. They will certainly take less time to pickle than ones that have been left whole. Nothing much has happened there. Well, that's a vinegar taste. Oh, we've got a nice bit of spice. Spices have gone into it with the carrot. Not very vinegary. It's got a nice heat to it though. That'll need more. If anything, to make them pickly, it'll need more vinegar in. So, but it's probably the juice that's come out of the carrot that has affected the vinegar. So, how does this taste? They're discoloured at the top. They look like they're discoloured a little bit. Let's pour one out. Yeah, they're discoloured there. Fine at the bottom. just discoloured at the top. I wonder if that's, I don't know what that's down to. Probably needs a shake up. Let's have a taste. No, that's not very vinegary at all. I think we should have done less water and sugar and just done all vinegar, to be honest. Yeah, I think we should have done it that way, done less vinegar. I think this might just be a bit of a failure. Let's get one of these out. You see how it's discoloured at the top? That's not what we wanted at all. So, but the bottoms seem okay. We'll give them a taste. Quite nice. I mean, not amazing, but not as pickly. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are as pickly. I think anything. I don't like things that. Sometimes when you get like a pickled egg from a bought pickled egg, it just tastes of vinegar and it's not very nice. So you kind of want that balance of not too much vinegar that it just tastes of vinegar, and not too little vinegar that doesn't actually pickle it. And I've probably erred on the side of not enough vinegar, to be honest. Probably could have kept the amount of sugar in, but probably less, as in no water in it. Probably would have been a better idea. Sadly, that kind of ruined my carrot vinegar, didn't it? But anyway, not to worry. It was a way of using up that carrot vinegar that I made, wasn't it? And we can always have a go with. I'm always faffing around with vinegars, and we've always got some apple cider vinegar or wine vinegar in the cupboard that we could always have another go with. Maybe if we could get hold of some really thin carrots, that would be better, and then we can learn from our mistakes, can't we? But anyway, bit of a failure, but we've learnt, haven't we? And it's important that we learn things. We can't always get things right. I think we need to. I need to understand how things work, and understanding how things work means that sometimes you have to fail. But by failing, we learn not to do that in future, which is half of what learning's all about. But anyway, so a little bit of a failure, but not that bothered, because it was all just a good bit of fun.